want to say good evening and welcome to our in-house guests, as well as our online folks. Today is June the 23rd, and the time is 6:02. And at this time, I'll call this meeting to order. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, after which we have a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, before we approve tonight's agenda, we have one amendment, and we want to remove the ethics training. That'll be pushed to a later date. Can I get a motion to approve the amendment?
So move.
Second.
Okay, it's been, the motion has been made by Ms. Blackshear and second by Ms. King to approve tonight's agenda, amendment to the agenda. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Okay, at this time, can I get a motion to approve tonight's agenda with the amendment?
So move.
Second.
Okay, the motion been properly made by Ms. Blackshear, second by Ms. King to approve tonight's agenda with the amendment. Is there any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Ms. Blackshear, would you please read the ethics statement?
Yes, sir. In accordance with regulations set forth by the Georgia Ethics Commission, it is the duty of every board member to avoid both conflict of interest or interest of such conflict. Does any board members have any conflict of interest? Seeing none, Mr. Chair, we will proceed with our agenda.
All right, thank you, Ms. Blackshear. Do any of the board members have any comments or remarks at this time? Okay, Superintendent, you have any comments? I do not. Okay. Well, with that, we'll move into tonight's business agenda. Oh, excuse me. We need to approve the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda, which deals with the public hearing and the board meeting on the 16th?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, the motion been properly made by Ms. King and second by Mr. Rouse. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. This time we are moving to tonight's business agenda. Mr. Bacon.
Good afternoon, Board Chair Christoffen, Vice Chair Rouse, board members, and folks joining us here as well as virtually. Tonight I am presenting to you our Financial Corrective Action Plan. This is a public update that we are required to do about our financial recovery, accountability, and trust. But before we begin, I'd like to remind everybody that the mission of Twiggs County Public Schools is to inspire challenge and prepare all of our students to compete globally with our vision of generating excellence, one team, one goal. A transparent recovery method. I want to make it clear about our financial journey to everybody out there. We are sharing what was found, how it has been corrected, and what remains for us to do. Our focus is transparency, accountability, and recovery, as well as student success. What have we done? The FY23 audit is completed. We have borrowed a $1.5 million payment. Where did we start? I want the board and the community to understand that the district was behind on audits. The FY23 audit confirmed an approximate $274,000 negative fund balance. Cash flow and overdue obligations required immediate action, and vendors, as well as state health benefits, TRS obligations, all had to be brought up to date. My first priority was stabilization. Financial review. We implemented weekly financial meetings. We implemented weekly financial meetings and spending controls. We used a TAN as a temporary bridge and not a permanent solution. Payroll and critical operations were protected during the stabilization period. We have thus far had 7 months of payroll protection. And what I want to definitely highlight is that in the first 90 days, January through March, we did our cash flow analysis. We had a comprehensive financial review. We set up weekly financial meetings with the finance team, and then we got all of our vendor payments up to date. Do I stop? Did we stop recording? Our recovery framework. How are we organizing our work? We could not negate the responsibilities of the current year, so we had organized around our four-pronged plan. We prepare a realistic FY27 budget, and let's talk about the FY27 budget preparation. I want to commend the board for the last 4.5 months of 4 board meetings per month, whether that was training or workshops, to be with me and the team as we prepared our framework and the work that went into discovering what was necessary for us to do as a team. It's a lot of late nights and a lot of document reading. So I appreciate us working together as a team and sharing in the responsibility of understanding the work. So we adopted, I think, the FY27 with full knowledge and understanding of what was presented, and not just a sheet of paper. You had the background knowledge, you understood our vendors, and that information was readily given to you to study over a period of time, so that way we all understand. What changes have we made? Before, we had limited reporting, weak controls, delayed audits, budget concerns, and cash flow risks. These things are still out there. It will take several years of being disciplined for us to get back on track. As we're getting new information from our audits as we speak. FY23 is being completed. We have started FY24 audit. As of this week, the auditors will be here on Thursday. to begin their audit with us, and they've sent us their questionnaire. What do we have now? Good or bad, we meet weekly, and we discuss our financial position. We have CPA oversight and to guide us as we go through. Monthly reports to the board that the board signs off on and make sure that they understand. And of course, our corrective action plan, which we've sent to the state for review. What is a corrective action plan designed to do? It's designed to make sure that we have the proper financial controls, that we recognize where our money comes from and how much is that money, and when, most importantly, that money arrives. That's the most important. And we're looking at our deficit elimination as we prepare. So we had 12 findings that were addressed. 14 of the actions that we were required to do by DOA have been completed. And we're working on our debt elimination plan as we speak. Board engagement. The board was more involved in all of our processes, and I think that made us all stronger. We didn't have to guess, and if people in the community were concerned, we either had the answer or know where to get the answer. And that becomes important, that we all speak from a level of knowledge and expertise. The board was involved in multiple workshops, revenue reviews, staffing reviews, and vendor reviews. We had cost reduction discussions, deficit elimination planning, and financial governance training. All of this is very important because that work is not over. The board will still have to make very tough decisions in the coming future, but with the knowledge that we have, we can make them earlier, and we can have the less impact on our students and our staff and our programming. So let's talk a little bit about our budget process. We did a financial budget review of our revenue. We looked at our payroll first. What does it cost to pay and protect the benefits of those that work in the district? We looked at our benefits, our operations, our department requests, who are our top vendors. What do we spend it on? You got to kind of understand the operation of the district in a way that I don't think you necessarily looked before. And you got to review and understand those things, and we got to have a dialogue about what was happening. We believe that we passed a balanced budget, not just on paper, but a budget that we can use honestly and stick to. Changes had to be made, things had to forego so that the budget can be balanced for this upcoming year. Our audit recovery, and this is probably what has the most effect on what's going on with us right now. When we first came on board, we had just simply the information that we had behind in our vendor payments, state health benefits, as well as TRS. But as it morphed and we got more and more information, we saw in our budget sheets that we had a positive fund balance. Well, that positive fund balance, it wasn't reality. Because once we got our audit from FY23, we realized that was a negative fund balance. What we're hoping is that successively through these audits that things get a little bit better. They may not. So as the picture has changed with successive audit information, then what we have to do will change. We thought we were dealing with one problem. We were just behind, and we just needed to maybe get a tan to meet our obligations until our taxes. We did not know 6 months ago that we had deficit financing, which now makes us a Tier 2 school district. And we've been going through that process which means we're at moderate risk right now. There are 4 tiers in the state school system financial tiering system. Our hope is that during the FY24 and 25 audit, that we stay at a 2 at a minimum. Because further down in the tiers mean more corrective action put on us by the state. So we have a timeline. We completed FY23. FY24 is now in progress. The field work has started, and we're looking at about September for that to be completed. The state is giving us expedited space for us to get our audits done since we're far behind. So we're going to be starting our FY25 in February, looking to complete that in May. And that should bring us back up with an expedited timeline with our other school districts with our audits. Now that is going to be a lot of additional work for your finance team, because an audit doesn't mean they just come through the books. They come through and they test things. They come in and they ask for, hey, you wrote a check for this, or you did this, why? And they go all the way through. So it will take a lot of manpower and hours for them to get this done in an expedited manner. So we're looking at how do we do that, and we get the state the information so we can get you the information in a corrected audit on timely. Compliance progress. So now we have a lot of different things that we must give the DOA, the Department of Audits. Some of that was we've had to put things in the newspaper, which we have. We have to come up with correction action plans, which we have. We have updated our process with the board, signing that we're getting the financial reports monthly and approving those as an action item. You're doing those. The right format. We've started and adopted that early, so that wasn't necessarily a change. We've done that. The debt elimination plan, we're working that right now. We've got our preliminary plan done, and we hopefully will get that approved. Where are we strengthening our review? That has to do with the people that we have in place and their credentials and their willingness to do the job. So we change our structure with our financial oversight. We have the financial staff. Everything flows through our CPA, Dr. Whitaker. Then Ms. Reardon serves as our coordinator. And then myself, I go through every single purchase order, every single travel reimbursement. I go through with the team. And of course, you as oversight. So whether I'm here or not, your oversight is understanding and seeing exactly what's happening on a month-to-month basis. So not just are we going to give you that overview that we've been giving you, we're going to start giving you more of a micro snapshot of what is actually going on in the month besides those numbers. So we're working with another reporting scheme so that you can get more information. So once again, I'd like to reiterate that we've had the weekly financial meeting, our monthly board reports, our financial monitoring by our CPA, and our budget restructuring. Our audit response is in progress, and that's going to take, like I said, lots of manpower. We've completed our corrective action plan, and this is a summary. You've gotten board a narrative of that summary with highlights of what we've done together. And our publication requirements, we will publish that summary along with all the other things that we are required to publish, and that happens on Simly mostly. So people can go to Simly, they can get our financial reports, so all those things are available. So if someone says, hey, I didn't get that, or I didn't see that, or you're not reporting that, it's on Simly. People go to the website and expect it to be there, but they need to go to Simly. What's next? We want to do the FY24 audit. We got to finish the FY25 audit. We got to have a real debt reduction plan in place. That's impossible to do at this particular moment because we don't know what the financials are for 24 and 25. So we are working with the deficit that we have in 23. We're incorporating that into our fundamental balance sheet right now. So at one point, all of our balance sheets we had a $600,000+ fund balance. Well, that's not accurate. And also in your monthly reports, it's now using that front-facing number. We're hoping that over time, that number is dissipated, or we've made some changes that we don't know about that eliminates that. Why does this matter? We need stronger financial stability, make stronger schools, and more public trust. We've made sure that anything that anybody has ever asked us that wanted to know about our financial situation, that we made that available to them. This is not about hiding, this is about fixing. And the board has allowed me to make sure that our students are not affected by this situation. So we still have really great things that we have directed those resources to, whether that's textbooks or software or reading specialists. We're going to put the money on the students as we reduced our costs at our central office. What am I committed to? I'm committed to transparency and you guys holding me accountable for the progress of the district in this manner. Balanced budgets, and that's going to be our thing. We're going to have a balanced budget, so things will look and feel different. There'll be more no's than yeses. I did a whole workshop, 15 minutes with my staff on no, on how to say no. Because see, everybody likes yes. Yes means you care. Yes means you agree. No means you don't like me. No means you don't understand me. But no doesn't mean that. No could mean no, I'm looking out for tomorrow. No, that's not appropriate for us today. No, we got to have something left for tomorrow. So no can mean just as good things inside as a yes. But we're so used to yes that no hurts. So we had a whole staff development on no. It's all right. Mr. Badley did not need any help. That was unanimous with everybody. Board, I am very proud of where we are. Now, that doesn't mean we have money to throw around, and that doesn't mean that everything is rosy. It doesn't mean that we won't have additional cuts. It means that we are struggling through, we have the discipline, we have a plan, and we've done that together as a team. So once again, and that's not just you guys working with us in the marathon of 12 or 13 additional meetings. That's the staff working through, trying to get the best deals. You know, it's even, we were working on our cameras, and the cameras got to be more expensive, so Mr. Basley is going to put those cameras up himself. So we are working through all of those things as a team, all of us together. And I think that's what the community needs to understand, that there will be some changes, but we are putting our students first, and they'll see that. So are there any questions?
I know you mentioned the debt reduction plan. Are there going to be any future staffing cuts anticipated?
I cannot rule that out. There's a lot of things that happen. I cannot rule that out. We're hoping no, but as we go on, we need to see what it is that we owe. So let's take, for instance, we made cuts this year, and we all agree with those cuts at the central office, and we're going to save X number of dollars. but they raised the cost of health benefits, and they raised the cost of TRS. All of you heard that this year. So that took what we were going to save and ate into those savings. Even little things like, well, we borrowed $1.5 million in TAN. We looked at our cash flow analysis over the 12-month period. But all of a sudden, we had the $2,000 bonus that most districts, and you guys are hearing this from all over, had to pay additional. For us, it was about $114,000. To some districts, that's nothing. To us, that's quite a bit. That's all our, what we call our AP for a month. Then we found another couple $100,000 in back due bills, which we didn't know. So as we look at all of these things, we plan X, and a plan is great. Then when you say go, the plan changes. So to answer your question, there's a possibility. What I want to keep the possibility to is it doesn't affect the classroom. It doesn't affect our students and what we need to do to get them over the academic hump or impede their success in post-secondary. That's what we got to protect. So yes, it's a possibility, but we're working very diligently where that's through attrition, that's through other means before we get to people in the buildings. Are there any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bacon. Dr. Griffin Stewart.
Good afternoon, Chair Karstoffen, Vice Chair Rouse, board members, Ms. Blackshear, Ms. King, Mr. Butler, and Superintendent Mr. Tyrone Bacon, and all of our stakeholders listening virtually and in person. Well, in person. It brings me great pleasure to share our already quote renewal for the 26-27 school year. But before I can share that information with you, we are a district with a mission and a vision. And our vision is generating excellence, one team, one goal. And our mission is to inspire, challenge, and prepare all students to compete globally. Our strategic goals align to this presentation: learning and wellness for all. And number 2, excellence ahead, academics, facilities, and opportunities. What is our Ready? Just a quick review. Our Ready is an online program that we've been using for a couple of years now in reading and mathematics. It will continue to help the teacher determine students' needs, personalize their learning, and monitor progress throughout the year. Our Ready allows teachers to meet students exactly where they are, and it provides data in order to help teachers make data-driven decisions regarding students. It consists of 2 parts: a diagnostic, and after the diagnostic is taken, then personalized instruction is formulated for students. The diagnostic test is an adaptive assessment that adjusts questions difficulty based on student responses. It evaluates exactly what a student knows and pinpoints specific learning gaps. The personalized instruction is tailored, it's interactive online, and it delivers customized math and reading instruction at a pace that matches each student's unique skill level. While we use our Ready, it doesn't replace direct instruction. The teacher is still extremely important in the classroom. So for the 26-27 school year, the quote calls for JES. For reading and math, we won't have any consumable books. This is per digital platform. It is $17,883.50. And when you go to the Twiggs County Middle School, the total cost for this year will be $10,473. And so the total for both schools together will be $28,356.53. And our funding source is SPLOS. Are there any questions?
Questions? If no questions, can I get a motion to approve the request for the I-Ready renewal?
So moved.
Okay, the motion been properly made by Mr. Butler and second by Mr. Rouse. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you, board members.
Thank you. And I want to thank you for the business agenda. At this time, can I get a motion so that concludes our business agenda. At this time, can I get a motion to move into executive session for personnel matters?
So moved.
Okay, the motion has been properly made by Mr. Butler and second by Ms. King. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor to move into executive session, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes. I want to thank all of you, all of our guests. And you're welcome to stay if you wish. Can I get a motion to return from executive session? Okay, a motion been properly made by Ms. Blackshear and second by Ms. King that we return from executive session. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor of returning from executive session, raise your hand. Okay, motion passes. Okay, can I get a motion to accept the superintendent's recommendation for the new hire of 5475?
Second.
Okay, the motion been properly made by Ms. King and second by Mr. Butler. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor of accepting the superintendent's recommendation for the new hire 54745, raise your hand. Okay, motion passes. Now, can I get a recommendation for the renewal of EID 3516? Okay, the motion been properly made by Ms. King and second by Ms. Blackshear. Is there any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes. Now, can I get a motion on the on a date for the end of the a motion for the renewal of 2982?
So moved.
Okay, any discussion? We need a end date in the motion. So can you do your motion with an end date?
I make the motion for 7/1/2020 end date. I'm sorry.
End date,
It'll be
June.
June 30th of 2027.
Mhm. Okay, a motion been, can I get a second? Okay, a motion been made by Mr. Butler and second by Ms. King for a renewal of EID 2982 through June 30, 2026. 2027. Okay, all in favor? First of all, is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor, raise your hand. Oppose? Okay, the motion passes. If there's no other business, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I made that motion.
Second.
Okay, a motion been made by Mr. Rouse and second by Mr. Butler. Any discussion? All in favor for adjournment, raise your hand. Okay, motion passes. This meeting is adjourned.